Hey, Sandy.
What's up, Carlos?
What are we doing?
Recording season 3 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Already? What do we want the people to do?
Find us. YouTube, Apple Podcast, we're everywhere. Like, follow, subscribe.
And go floss yourselves.
And go floss yourselves. Episode 110.
110.
Dang.
110 episodes.
Prime number?
Probably.
I would say probably not, but
no.
what do I know?
Okay, so good. You want to start?
So my whole studio, like, there's a backstory, and I apologize because I'm a little got stuff going on, but so we're trying to get the house ready to sell, which I've said like a million times.
Yeah.
So we're changing the fixtures and stuff in the bathroom. We're going to go with oil rubbed bronze because it's like an almond colored shower. We were going to change the shower, but it's all one piece. Like 3 sides in the tub is all one piece. And they basically built around it. So we can't get it out without busting out the doorway and stuff.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. So we went back and forth. Do we want to get that tub and tile, like, repaint, whatever?
Right.
And then the reviews were like, eh. So I was like, you know what? Because we were going to do gray and white and stuff like that in the bathroom. And gray and almond, not so much. So I just said, screw it. We're going tans and vanillas and stuff like that and browns. So the almond shower is going to stay. We're going to put oil rubbed bronze shower tub, blah, 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 blah. And then the vanity, we're switching out the vanity. Top's going to be a newer, browner type vanity, blah, blah, blah. So last night, John, bless his heart and soul, he was trying to switch out the fixtures, which I don't think he's done before, but we've talked about his mind.
Yeah.
And how amazing that is.
He's up there with like Da Vinci as far as mechanicalness.
He's probably a little bit above, just understated,
Yeah. You should probably get
He'll be famous when he's dead.
Yeah, I know. 500 years later. Yeah.
Yes. Remember that John Holofield? Remember that time he fixed that bathroom? Yeah. Oh, that was amazing.
Can I make a comment? And
Sure.
I'm not trying to insult or offend anyone.
Are you busting my chops?
Especially you. No. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm like, you're putting a lot of work and effort into prepping this house, right? My concern is that you're not seeing the forest through the trees or whatever that saying is. You know what I'm saying?
For the trees. Yeah.
And if someone wants your location and your lot size and general size of the house, they'll be like, you know what? It's green, we'll paint it black. If it's blue, we'll do yellow.
Yeah.
I just don't want you spending a whole lot of time and effort doing a whole lot of little things that you like that somebody else may not, is what I'm saying.
So the gist behind this, and everything that we have bought so far was like off Amazon Marketplace, the tub fixtures,
the cabinets from last week.
Yeah, but that's for the new place. But everything, the vanity with the top to it was like $100 off Marketplace.
So you're not breaking the bank, in other words.
No, it's just time and effort, which we have millions of that, zillions probably.
When we sold ours, and we just recently went through that, and it was a flipping nightmare.
Yeah.
Because I seriously, it left such a bad taste in my mouth. It'll probably be at least 10 years before we do it again. The guy said, "Look, just get it to neutral."
Right.
Just get it to neutral.
Yeah.
Grays, simple stuff, white, boom, get the hell out of there.
Yes.
So that's all I'm going to say. You do what you do.
That's what we're doing.
There you go.
So we painted neutral colors, but the bathroom has one of those seashell shaped sinks And then the
classic.
shower has like the stainless steel looking, which really is plastic, spout and shower, and it's just gross. And the fixtures, what I was saying was, I went on Amazon and I found what we wanted. Normally it's like $130, but you scroll down a little bit and it says new and used, and I found a used one for $34.
But one thing I can say about you is that you know how to find a bargain, dude.
I try.
It's
just right place, right time, I feel like.
I think I don't take the time to look, and I'm just lazy, and that's why I pay full price like a dumbass. You know what I mean?
And if you think about it,
I do like a nice sale, but I don't take the time and effort to look at it,
And it's a matter of how much is your time worth, because it takes time to scroll and figure out. It does. Oh, and then go wherever the heck these things are, or this was Amazon, but you get my point. And then sometimes you get stuff that's used from Amazon and has like big gashes or whatever. So you're taking a chance, but in the end, it could save you lots of money. Oh, one more thing, I have a twin size bed frame. It's like one of those frilly ones with the little tufts and buttons and blah blah blah. The cushiony one.
Yeah.
So we could stage the extra room as like a little girl's room.
I was about to say you were going to save it for me when I come to visit, but okay.
You can you can use it. We also have a bed down here in the basement too. It's a full size, so you might want that one instead. But
there you go.
That headboard was normally like $130. Another good deal, I think it was $35. So,
gotcha. My wife is like you though. I don't know how she sniffs it out.
I'm a shopper.
I think, and at the risk of sounding sexist, I'm offending everybody today. At the risk of sounding sexist, I think women are just better shoppers.
You're probably right.
You know what I mean? I'll go with my daughter, or I used to go with my daughter. Long story. And did you find a shirt, Dad? And I'm like, dude, there's nothing here for me. And she goes, stand back. And she'll get in there with a little
watch out.
Flute playing fingers and just here. And I'm like, where the hell? And I was just in that rack. And I swear to God, I didn't see that. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible. So maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just, women are amazing. That's another, hidden talent. And,
got skills.
Whatever. Speaking of deals, real quick, I don't know if I told you, but I watched a little TikTok for some comedy things. And TikTok. I find some people. And we really should be doing stuff on there because some of the dumb stuff that people do is hilarious, and it gets a lot of
attention.
I don't know if it gets a lot of attention, but it's just really, really funny. And there's a couple guys that I watch. Anyway, I also watch this guy that does like money saving tips, right? Oh. And he goes, airline price hack. All right. Oh. So this is a little PSA for our listeners, right? So both of y'all.
Let me write this down.
Go to googleflights.com. Did you know that was a thing?
No.
Googleflights.com. So you're in St. Louis, right? So you just put in St. Louis and leave the opening blank. Pick the time, your parameters, and hit go. You get flights for $49. I saw a flight, I think it was on United to New York, to Newark, where my folks are. Near there. $100 round trip.
Nice. What? And
I was like, nice. What? I'm not flying this weekend because there's 1,000,000,001 people in the airports. Oh, right, yeah. But, in the middle of next month, dude, I might just take a weekend and just pop in and say hello to mom and pop,
Why not?
But this COVID thing, though, man, I think if you fly in or you bus in, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and then they want where you're going to be and all this other stuff, and you're like, shit. So
that's
I'm not doing all that. I'll go when I can freely travel, but it's getting scary. States are starting to lock stuff down again.
I know.
New York and New Jersey, they're dropping the gates down, and I don't know what's going to happen, but anyway, so googleflights.com. Check it out for a good flight hookup.
They should sponsor the podcast, duh.
They don't need us. They got enough money.
But we don't.
I know. But seriously, yeah, I haven't bought anything yet. But when I looked at it, I was like, holy crap. Like, let's say you
that
go. That
would be nice.
John, we're off. Let's go somewhere this weekend. Where do you want to go? I don't know, bro. Let's check. Miami, $49 round trip. Let's go. Grab your Borat mankini and let's go.
Yeah. So speaking of money and deals and that sort of thing, I was talking the other day with some girls at my other office that I work at, and we got on this weird discussion, and I guarantee you it was me that started it, although I don't remember. But think about this for a minute. How much money would it take for you to lose an arm?
A whole arm? All right, so are we talking wrist, elbow, or shoulder?
Let's do a price for each. Because, I mean, people are looking for deals.
Bro, I don't know, man. I kind of like my arms, bro.
Left or right would be my next question.
It's definitely got to be left for me.
Not for me.
The weirdo arm.
Yeah. It also depends on how flexible my leg is. Because if I can use my leg, because you've seen those videos, right?
Yeah, but you got to be born like that, dude. I saw remember that show That's Incredible? I don't know if you're old enough to remember That's Incredible. Not DAT, but That's Incredible.
Oh.
And it had I can't remember who was on there. I think there was like an ex-football player and a couple other nerds. The point was they would document things from around the world, and every once in a while, and we've all seen them, the kid that was born with no arms, whatever. But you know, it was a lady, and she was spooning her baby, changing diapers with her feet, and I was like, "Yo, dude,
that's probably what I'm thinking of too."
I don't know what kind of flexibility you have in your feet and toes, but I would starve to death if I was waiting on me.
Can you imagine trying to open one of those pull tab cans of food or something with your toes?
Slam my face into it or something. No, dude, it would be a nightmare. I'd never get anything done.
So how much?
Oh, man. Well, if I can't ever do anything, I don't know, dude. I don't think I want to do that.
So we were talking about I have a not number, if that makes sense. I would not do it for like $4 million. That's not worth it. I feel like it would have to be upwards of 10, 12 if, you consider taxes being taken out. So I'd end up with like 8. That would get me through the rest of my life. I would be okay. Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you right now. About, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Within a year. Within a year? I don't know. Recently. So between 2 and 18 months. Because my memory's trash.
Okay.
I met a lady at a comedy show who had a bionic hand.
Oh, nice.
Do you remember that movie? And I'm not making fun of it, but I'm just trying to paint a picture of what it looks like. Remember that movie with Will Smith and the robots were turning evil and they were like super flexible?
iRobot?
I think it was iRobot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked
we
like
talked about this.
The hand looked like that.
Yeah.
So she comes up, right? She's a real nice looking lady, and she has this like white, like an apple made it, right?
Yeah.
And she grabs.
It's an apple eye arm.
And she's looking at it, and she just and like you don't hear anything, but it just grabs the microphone. And I was like, "Yo,
oh wow,
is that a fake hand or is that like a glove?" And I was like, "Yo, that's a bionic hand." So we talked about it. She said it's like $300,000.
She must be rich.
My point is that if you got $8 million, dude, you're gonna blow $1 million on getting a bionic arm.
You could probably do that.
and then it's got to get readjusted or the batteries run out or something. I mean, I don't know how it works. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I guess that would be okay.
Dude, we're thinking small. You're being conservative. And if we're doing some horrible thing like, chopping off your arm, go $100 million, dude. After taxes. Okay, fine. 100.
But you know what? Compare this to workman's comp. That, like, I know a guy who lost his arm while at work. He didn't get shit.
That's horrible, man.
Maybe a couple 100,000 or something. Like, and seriously?
We're being silly. No offense to anybody who's
right. We're
lost
just talking.
A limb in a traumatic thing, or in the military service, or was born with some sort of deficiency. Again, we're just being silly. We're not trying to offend anybody.
Right.
But I don't know, dude. I kind of like my arms, man. Unless you're coming at me with like some ridiculous number, like $500 million or something. I'm gonna keep these wings right where they are, son. To me, it would have to be either or, either your life or your arm. Then that's a different story. You know what I mean?
do that for free.
Yeah, I'm like, you could take the left, please. Either way, that would be a nightmare.
Oh yeah, it definitely would. I think I'll just start stretching my legs and getting flexible, just in case something happens. That way I'm halfway prepared.
What you could do is you take some marbles in like a fish bowl, spill the marbles, and then pick them up with your toes just to get that dexterity right, because
that was on a movie.
You never know.
What movie was it? I forget what movie that was, but I know what you're talking about.
Saw that on TikTok, one of the chiropractors that I follow.
Oh.
He's for plantar fasciitis.
Oh, yeah, I've got that. Here's the other side of that question. Would you still do hygiene? Like, let's say you have to hold the mirror with your toes. Do you think people would let you do that?
It's a wrap.
Because some people have, like, this weird fear or whatever of feet. So I'd put a glove on it.
No.
With the fingers are, like, flopping all over the place because your toes aren't long enough.
Would you get special foot gloves, or would you... So you got one foot on the ground working both pedals.
Yes.
One mirror is in your other foot, and a scaler in your other hand.
Yeah, in my actual hand, so I have control and stuff.
I don't think... I'm sorry, dude. I don't know if I want somebody's foot near my face like that, But I sanitized it. I don't care how cute he is. I don't want his foot near my face. That would be weird, man. It's pretty much a wrap. But we know somebody, Krista, who unfortunately lost use of her one of her eyes, and and that was it. It was a wrap, And I mean, she had a great sense of humor about it, but I mean, if you don't have a plan B, that's potentially super.
You kind of got to figure it out.
Serious thing, yeah. Life is heavy, man. Being an adult sucks. It can be heavy. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that today is Thanksgiving, because all of these things, that we're joking about, we tend to take for granted, absolutely take for granted, when others are going through just what we're talking about and worse. And, so I'm thankful I have both of my arms and feet and hands and stuff.
Yeah. Even though they're not very flexible, I'm glad I have them, Yeah,
but you can fix that. You can start stretching out your toes. I'm planning on it.
Oh, did I tell you I went to the chiropractor last week?
No.
Yeah, I had to. I got tired of watching all the videos.
Did he do the pick your neck up thing?
No,
like that one guy.
It was one of those like I want to call it McDonald's, but it was like the joint. It was just like it's like a drive-through.
Wham bam, thank you, sir.
And I've been a couple times before, and there's this move. This is a move that I gotta have. I love this move. All right, so you're face down, right, and they sort of support one shoulder, and then she takes your head, or he, and pushes it to the side. So all this cracks like behind your trap. I mean, I don't know how it works, but so I think it's called the cervicothoracic junction. That's what one of my guy calls it. And it sort of feels like your neck is like 3 inches taller when you're done.
My chiropractor will he'll cradle my head in his hands, and he'll okay, relax, and then he'll flip my head back and forth, and it pops all the way up and down.
Well, she tried.
I really think
it didn't go.
Oh, so I went to a chiropractor before this one, and every time he was about to do that, I would say a prayer that I didn't have my neck broken, because he was very aggressive.
I don't know.
So I was like, God, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. And then he'd crack it, and I'd be like, okay.
Feels good, though,
but this guy's... Oh, absolutely. But this guy is a little less aggressive and still gets the job done. So, I mean, I guess that's better, right?
This was a lady, my age or maybe a couple years older.
Yeah.
And so you're laying down. When they crack your back, it's all right, breathe out. And she put a little thrust into it. And
she's like,
I felt stuff, but it felt good, man. But
it always feels good.
That neck pulling thing, that
that
y-axis,
yeah.
Anyway.
I'll have to look into that and see if my doc knows anything about it. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. So
coming in and out.
Last night, went
totally
to bed.
Froze.
Dude,
if you're playing,
internet's messed up. It's frozen. Can you hear me now?
All right. Well, this sucks. All right, so this is our annual Thanksgiving extravaganza, episode 110, part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
So today is...
I had to take my sweatshirt off.
Yeah? You get warm? You had a costume change? We had a little technical blip.
That's how fancy we are here.
We're not doing Thanksgiving today, man. My wife's
we're not either.
She's got to work tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to eat with the in-laws tomorrow. We're doing it tomorrow. Because, I don't want to go by myself. That's just weird. And it's not fair to her. She's at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
John wouldn't go even... Well, I don't think he would go to his own families without me. But he definitely wouldn't go to mine without me. So, so does she work tomorrow night or anything?
No, tonight. So she'll sleep all day tomorrow, get up, make a couple side dishes.
Yep.
And we'll zip on over to the in-laws there. And
nice.
I'm telling you, this girl's dad gets down with that green egg.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so...
Is he doing a turkey in it?
I don't know if he's doing a whole turkey, man, but he'll break out something, man. The dude murders the brisket.
Yeah, that's good.
Unbelievable. Very, very good. And real nice guy, and they're all super sweet people, so it'll be nice to...
Yeah, that's good.
To pop over.
Yeah.
And,
I'm blessed with really good in-laws, too.
Yeah, so we're
lucky. I think they actually listen. So I'm glad they overlook some of the stupid things that I say on here and still act normal around me.
Pretend like you don't say those things.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. I've had friends go, "Hey, I listened to your show," and I'm like, "What do you think?" And they're like, "You guys are kind of crazy a little bit." I'm like, "Well, that's the point. It's supposed to be silly."
It is. Yeah, because we keep saying this over and over, but there's so much serious podcast, educational podcast. Like, let's just drive home and mindlessly and have a chuckle or two.
Yeah.
Or on the flip side, if you think we're just ignorant and just annoying or whatever, then make fun of us. Either way, you'll have a little fun.
Yeah. It's, if you want to be a jerk or you want to be just goofy, everybody, I think everybody takes themselves a little bit too seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
absolutely. We've said that 100 times.
I just got approval for our fence.
Oh, yeah? Oh, your neighbor?
Well, no, the neighbor been approved it. It's the HOA.
Oh, okay, cool. The county that we're building in barely has any, permit, no regulations at all. And I'm like, this is where I want to build. I don't want all the red tape and crap from one county up is ridiculous. Anyway, go ahead.
So we had to submit plan, like a permission slip, and I'm like, all right, and so I got the fence guy to draw it all up, materials and everything. I'm like, boom, we should be good to go. And they go, yeah, we're gonna need what do you say? A copy of the plot,
yeah, like a
drawing, like a little map thing of it.
It's plat or lot, yeah. So they want to know like where your lines are,
where the lines are in relationship
lines.
to the fence. And I'm like, all right, well, the guy next door, his fence is right on the line. I talked to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off his corner, zip across the back and up the other side, around the AC
Boom.
units, and we're done.
Boom.
The back I'm gonna make where it's not going to be 6 foot tall. It's going to be 6 foot tall, but it's going to have like 3 boards, but like fence material so you can see through it.
Yeah.
But it'll still keep wild animals out and keep the dogs in the yard. But it won't mess with the view. We'll still be able to see out,
Right. Yeah.
Dude, we send that off, and the guy goes, oh, we didn't know it was going to tie into the guy's fence. We need permission from him. And I'm like, I already talked to the guy. So I tried for 3 days. I go, look. The guy's on vacation. It's going to come close to his fence, but it's not touching his fence. It's going to have its own support and all that other stuff. It's got nothing to do with his fence, really. It's just one side. I'm making an L, and he's got the other part of the thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And he goes, oh, all right. Well, then just so write that somewhere. And I'm like, all right. So we did all that, and congratulations. And I'm like, all right, let's do this, man. I wanted to do this 2 weeks ago.
Some people just want to feel important, I think, sometimes.
I think
like, I'm going to make sure he can't put a fence up at his own house where he's paying for it himself.
You got to play the game, I guess,
Do you hear that? Parker, is that you? He's down here, Parker. And I think he's whining because he wants attention. Such a brat.
Yeah, well, mine are like that, too.
Come here. Come here.
You know who's having a hard time with this move? Butter.
Oh, yeah. Is he seeing a therapist? You said he was going to...
No, not yet.
Maybe see somebody.
So we have to take him out separately, and now we have a little... It's like a dog run steak thing, so we got to leave him out there. He needs to relax and unwind, and then he can do his business. And so it's a process, man. But if you had the fence, you just open the door and like, just let me know when you guys are ready. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, we'll get.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
You get him a nice Freudian therapist who will like see if he has some mother complex or something. Because like 8 weeks with their mama, and then they rip them off the teat and hand them to some stranger. Can you imagine what that does to somebody's psyche?
Who's whacking them with newspapers and stuff?
Yeah.
That's evil. Well, this dude...
Like all cuddled up with mom. And then
and his
now
brothers and sisters?
Some toddler smacking me across the head. And their mom's going, no, you pet it like this.
He's like, I don't want to be petted at all. I was in the backyard with Snickers the other day, and the neighbor kid comes over. And he's outside blowing leaves or something. And, okay, this guy is either 16 or 28. I can't tell. He's either a smallish adult man or an average-sized teenager. I can't tell.
Okay.
Either way, the guy's got a baby face. He gets carted everywhere.
Aw.
And then at one point I go, what do you do, man? I mean, because you seem awful young, if you don't mind me saying. He was like, oh, no, this is my mom's house. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Oh, that makes sense. So anyway, Snickers was going off. I'd never seen her like that. She was just bucked up. Her chest was out. Her scruff was up. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't trust her. I think she'll bite this dude if he got near her.
Wow.
I was like, wow. I'd never seen her that aggressive. I've seen her bark when the doorbell rings or whatever like that. But this chick, she was like, get away from my dad. It was crazy. I'd never seen her like that.
Dogs can sense certain things. So maybe this kid like kills birds and mutilates them or something. Keep your windows locked.
Oh, yeah.
And your doors.
Oh, and I'm paranoid. You know that.
Yeah. You got your guns. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be okay. But what was I going to tell you? I slept in the living room last night. We get that giant sectional. Dude, this thing is so comfortable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so comfortable.
Ooh, nice.
It's ridiculous. And so Coco's sleeping on one end of the thing on a blanket. And I fell asleep on the floor watching, I don't know, news or something. All right. And I was like, let me just lay on here for, till 1 a.m. or whatever, till this program's over. And of course, 4:30 in the morning, and I'm still. So at this point, I'm not even going upstairs. I'm just going to stay down here.
Right. Yeah. It's like once you pass a certain threshold, you're like, I'm not getting up.
Yeah, I'm here. This is what's happening tonight. Dude, do you like my dry erase?
Yeah, what does it say? I can't read it.
Well, it's not for public consumption, but
does it say you miss all of the shots you don't take, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott? That's from The Office. He wrote that on his dry erase board in one of their meetings. You miss all the shots you don't take, Wayne Gretzky. And then he put Michael Scott. I do a workout for women app thing. And it'll give you like inspirational quotes at the very beginning, like when you open it. And it was that quote by Wayne Gretzky. And then I was like, I took a screenshot of it. And then under it, I put /Michael Scott. And I'm like, they forgot something. So I had to fix it. But I can send you that.
You're a fact checker at this point. It sounds like. No, dude, I needed to map something out, so it's gonna have a lot more scribble on it, and so I gotta. Have you priced these things? A whiteboard on Amazon?
Not one that big.
$300.
I've got this
4x6. Right.
This is $13. Just get like 4 of these and you're good.
$13? This sheet was $13.
What?
That whole sheet was $13. It's 4x8.
Yeah.
Like it goes down the whole wall.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just a sheet of?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a framed something or other.
No, I got the frames. But I don't even know if I'm going to put it on, man. I got it up there with some of that 3M sticky Velcro crap.
Yeah.
Psh.
What are you going to ride on it? Like, you've got, like, 8 feet of riding room. Are you going to do, like, algorithms and, A Beautiful Mind where they write out all these, like, algorithms and mathematical equations?
And that other movie with Robin Williams and Matt Damon. What was that?
Good Will Hunting.
Yes. I'm gonna do something.
You're gonna put a question on there, and then one of the dogs is gonna go and put the answer down, and you'll never know what happened
or who did it. Which one?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, that's why I got it, and so I put it a little bit higher. So we'll see how smart Snickers is, but I think
they'll push a chair.
Oh
over.
yeah, no, I got
it. They've got it all figured.
I got the marker on the desk and the chair kind of facing that way, so they'll put 2 and 2 together. But if they can figure out the algorithm, they should be able to push the chair over to the.
Yes.
To the.
But
erase.
They might not be able to hold the dry erase marker because they don't have thumbs. That might be a problem.
Mouth it.
Unless they find a bionic arm.
You know.
Problem solved. So last night, I was going to say, before we had technical difficulties, I went to bed. Dogs woke me up at 6 a.m. So I let them out. I feed them. I blah, blah, blah. And then I go back to bed for an hour and a half. That is when I sleep the best for some reason. But I had a dream. You were in the dream.
Oh, no.
And I was mad at you.
That sounds like a nightmare.
So in my dream, there was we were recording, and I said something just hilarious, and then you kind of repeated what I said, hilarious. Then I'm listening to the edited recording, and you totally cut out my line that was hilarious, and you put yours in, so you stole my line.
Oh wow, that has some almost some deep set feelings there. Should we explore that?
Yeah, I think we need therapy.
Do you think I do that to you on editing? Now that you brought it up,
I wonder where that came from. Like, really, like, where did these weird
I
dreams
could do
come
that,
from?
but I wouldn't.
I would hope not.
No.
You know give credit where credit's due.
I do. Yeah. Like we both say, I used to be able to, when it was just audio.
Yes.
And when we both talked at the same time, whoever had the funnier line, in my opinion, I would leave. You know what I'm saying? So it was.
Yes.
And I'm all about making it funny. It just as long as it's funny, I don't care who said it. I just want to laugh. You know, some of the stuff that you say just makes me laugh. You're so dumb, man. Like
yeah.
And I mean dumb in a nice way.
Yes.
I was just I don't know how I got it on my iTunes. And you go, oh wow, I got a weird echo. Test. Do you hear it? And then you hear like my recording over yours, like going through your microphone. I go, no, I don't hear it. And then you go, test. I don't hear it now. I guess it's gone. And I'm like, and I remember putting in that echo, just so you sound insane. You know what I mean? Because you're like, I don't hear an echo, and I'm like.
It's so dumb.
That is so dumb. But it just makes us laugh. It makes me laugh.
It is. That's our goal. Is like I've said this before, but I gauge how well I'm gonna get along with somebody at how funny they find me. If they're stoic and they don't find me funny, then I'm probably not gonna like them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's probably a very accurate gauge. I think in some people ignore that natural gut instinct and try to force that natural. Just say, listen, man, I'm sure you're a nice person, but there's something about your face and your dry ass sense of humor I can't get over, man. So let's be cordial.
Yeah.
But I'd rather hang out with this group of idiots over here because they get me and they laugh at everything I do.
They laugh at me.
Like
and not in a bad way.
Every time we go someplace, you and I, we hang out all the time and we get along and we joke around the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Samantha.
Samantha
Leonard.
Yeah.
She laughs at everything I say.
Nice.
And so of course,
so you guys are like besties.
I kind of gravitate towards people like her because it makes me feel good that she's enjoying my company. If that makes sense, that's how I take it.
That's how I make friends. Is it's always been the funny factor. Like that's how I break the ice. That's how I try to include people. Like one of my strengths is an includer. And so like if somebody's standing off in the corner, I go and I talk to them and try to, incorporate them into whatever's going on. And part of that is joking around to make people feel at ease, feel like I'm down to earth, like they can talk to me. It's just one of them things I've learned works for me.
I've met some really, really cool people with this whole dental thing, like all the traveling that we do. And it's awesome because I feel like people think they know us.
Yes.
Right?
I found that too.
Right?
Yeah.
And then when you hang out with them, they're like, dude, this is way more fun than I thought it was going to be. I'm like, so you thought it was going to be fun, but you didn't know how much fun it was going to be. Because, we hold back on the show a little bit, just, to be professional.
A little, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I know you do. Like I can tell. And then there's some days where I'm a little more giddy and I'll just put it all out there. But there's some other days where I'm a little more reserved. It's just I feel like that's just how people are naturally
it's
anyway.
Cyclical. That's how it goes. And
look at you and your big words.
What is it?
Good job.
Not circadian rhythm. That's what day to day. But people have.
That's your heart.
I'm like that sometimes. Sometimes I just don't feel funny. and it kind of worries me.
Yes.
Where I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Or
there are days. Yeah, there are days when I feel like the podcast, like when we record it, I'm like, God, that was kind of lame, like boring. But then, like the magic of editing, the fairy dust that you sprinkle on it, it usually turns out pretty good. So, good job.
They can't all be bangers,
Right.
I think we need music, though. I think I want to add
in the background
something.
Like club music.
I think if you go past like 5 seconds, then YouTube will hit you with a copyright strike.
Oh, so make up your own.
I might do that. All right, so if you're not having Thanksgiving, what are you doing? Just you're staying in because of COVID, or are you staying in because?
Oh, no, we just decided that we were going to do it tomorrow instead.
Oh.
So originally I was supposed to go see my grandpa. He had colon cancer a few years ago. He had surgery, but then it came back recently and it spread to his stomach. So he declined all treatment because he's watched my grandma passed away in 98 from leukemia, and then he remarried and she passed away from cancer. So he's seen chemo, radiation, like what it does to you and stuff. And I don't know what his reasoning is, but I'm assuming that it's that. Like, he just watched how horrible it was. And he's 91. It's like, who wants to go through all that, So we were supposed to go visit him. And my mom texted me at work Monday. So today's Thursday. She texted me Monday and said, my Aunt Nancy talked to Grandpa and he didn't really feel like company. So I don't know if it was COVID or he just wasn't feeling up to it.
Right.
But our trip got canceled. So originally we were supposed to have Turkey Day today. But with that being canceled, we said Friday. And we're hosting. So today is cleanup day. And hopefully John, he needs to fix the shower because there's something wrong with it still. Because I don't know how I'm going to take a shower. Ugh. So anyway, so John's going to make the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to make turkey,
how far
mashed
is
potatoes,
Grandpa?
gravy. He's about 5 hours away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's on the other side of the state. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get to see him because, they put him on hospice. I think he has an obstruction in his colon, so weeks to months we're talking.
You think?
So I hope. Yeah, that's what they said.
Obstruction sounds kind of serious, though, man.
Right, yeah.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that,
Yeah. And this is on my mom's side. My dad's parents passed away a few years ago, but I didn't really know them. They lived in California, so it was hard to, see them traveling, blah, blah, blah. I met them twice in my life. One, I was super young. I was probably like 4, and I remember riding in the station wagon to go pick them up from a train station. That's what my memory is, so hopefully that's accurate.
Right.
And then we met him again when I was a teenager, and they stayed with us for a little while. And then, but my mom's side, since they were right here in Missouri, they would usually come see us because 7 kids. Who's gonna take everybody to St. Joseph? We did do one trip. We went out there once when I was, I think, 16. And it was a nice trip. Like, I have memories of that and stuff. But anyway.
Cool.
That's my story.
My grandma moved to Connecticut when I was a kid, right? And we'd go see her, like every month or something like that. And when I was a kid, I thought it was like, I don't know if you know anything about me, but I fall asleep on an airplane. If I'm not driving, I'm out,
Yeah.
And so it'd be 3, 4, 5 kids in the back seat. Remember, you could squeeze in a bunch of kids in the back seat of a Monte Carlo or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would doze off, and I'd wake up, and we were there, you know? So in my mind, I was like, oh, well, I must have been asleep for 4 or 5 hours. It's 90 minutes away. We were in North Jersey. We zip across New York City. You're into Connecticut. And about 30, 40 minutes in, you're there. And I'm like, why did I think it was so far away? Like, it was like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
90 minutes. I used to drive 90 minutes to go to work, you know, in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? And
yeah.
So, yeah, and we went over. I told you she was a dentulous. She didn't have any teeth. So she would always make, like, she always had, like, green Jell-O. That's all I remember, like lime Jell-O.
Oh, yeah.
I've told you that story, right? She'd have, like, a giant bowl of it for the grandkids. And she'd scoop some out. Here you go. And I'm like, did you make this for you? In hindsight, you know what I mean? Or was that because you knew?
It's like the only snack she has for you. And it's like Jell-O. Gelatin Jell-O, like, what does that do for you? Absolutely nothing. It's like drinking water.
I know, but when it's
that
cold,
you made into
it kind of
cubes.
it kind of sweet and funky colors. You know, I don't know, there's something fun about it.
And you shake it, and it jiggles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. There's the stapler in Jell-O.
That's hilarious.
Anyway.
But yeah. So those are the kind of memories I have. But yeah, we saw her all the time. And then when she got older, she moved in with my mom, and you know that was.
Yeah.
But I remember one time I went to go see her, like right before she passed, and she goes, "Hey, Carlos, come here." So she had like her bedroom set up downstairs. She goes, "Hey, one of these days your mom's gonna come in here. She's gonna find me like this." And then she would do like a death face, and I'm like, "Grandma," and she started laughing. And my mom was like, "Mommy, that's not nice," you know. And I'm like, and she would like, I don't want to say cackle, but she would laugh like real, like she was like, "Yeah, that's how it's gonna happen. They're gonna find me dead." And then, and so she's this 90-year-old lady laying down, no teeth, laughing her ass off, and you can't help but laugh with her because she's not afraid of dying. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, "Yeah, you know, when it comes, it comes. I don't care. I'm ready to go. So just bring it on." You know, and I think that's got to be a comforting level of not caring because you're not worried about it anymore.
Right. You know? Or you have so much like faith in what's coming next that you want to be there. And if you believe in heaven and that sort of thing, it's going to be a pretty nice place from what I understand. So who wouldn't want to go there?
Yeah. I told you I have a theory that it's all vegetarian though, right?
Which I don't think that would be very bad. Because vegetarian is not vegan, so you can still have eggs. You can have quiche. Quiche is amazing.
It ain't ribs though.
You can have tofu ribs.
Tofu ribs. I'm gonna pretend I didn't
like
hear
tofurkey.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I had a joke one time about heaven's probably vegetarian and they may frown upon you trying to kill something. You know.
Yeah.
And if you did manage to murder something in heaven, how are you going to cook it? An open flame? I don't think so.
Wrong place for that.
You know?
I wonder if you can go on a little road trip real quick. Down, cook it, bring it back.
A couple counties down.
Yep.
Yeah, I think once you go down there, dude, you don't come back. You know.
You just leave the door open. Like put the little wedge in there so they can't close the door.
I'll just eat a banana or something. I'll be okay. What'd you spill on yourself? Coffee?
Yeah. That's what I do.
I didn't see it, but I just see you kind of like.
I was all over myself. Real quick, and then we probably need to go. But so I just got a North Face jacket.
Okay.
The healthcare providers. What?
Like a puffy jacket?
No, it's like a rain jacket, but it has an inner shell that's like a light jacket. So, because North Face is giving healthcare providers 50% off, 50, if you go to their website. So I was like, oh, well, I've never had a North Face jacket. I've always kind of wanted one, fancy, whatever. So I bought one, and I've probably had it for a couple weeks. Well, yesterday I was getting out of the car to go into work, and I had my coffee and my water in my bag, and then the coffee started to slip. So I was like, ah. So I went under and I grabbed my coffee so I didn't spill it, but the lid popped off and smeared all over the side of my jacket. And I put coconut oil in my coffee. So there were oil stains all over the side of my new jacket. So I washed it at work. It came out mostly, but there's still some stain on it.
I'd probably hit it with like some dishwashing detergent.
I did. Like I took soap and I rubbed it in and then I washed it and it's still. Yeah. Oh, and get this. I'm such a dork. So it was just my jacket in the wash. So they have the Tide Pods. I was like, oh, I don't need a full Tide Pod. So I'm gonna pop it open and pour out like half of it, and then I'll just throw the rest away. So I'm like squeezing it, and oh my gosh, it popped this way into my face, down my lab coat that I was wearing, and all over the back behind me and on the floor, and I was just like, It hit my glasses, though.
It and eat it like some of these idiots were doing on.
I did not do that. It smelled good, but I did not eat it. But seriously, if I had not had glasses, thank you, Jesus, that my eyes are going bad. It would have been in my eye, and then I would be blind in one eye.
You know how bad that would burn, dude?
Yeah. Eye wash station for 45 minutes.
For 45 minutes.
Call a wambulance.
I think, yeah, you need to stay away from like ketchup packets, jelly things.
Anything you squeeze butter, and can pop.
Just stay away from
You ever done that with chips? You squeeze the bag because you think it's going to pop this way and open, but it pops and throws chips everywhere? Yep, that's me. I think I just need somebody else to open everything for me because I can't handle it.
Well, now you know. Use the whole pod.
I might as well just use the whole pod.
Use the whole pod. Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
Not worth a potential blinding event,
Right. Jeez.
All right, well, listen, let's get our day started. It is Thanksgiving Day. Guys, have a safe one. Stay COVID free.
Be thankful.
And if you do get it, I hope it's a super mildly irritating, light cold kind of thing.
Well, everybody stay safe out there. I know everybody's thankful for something. So if you want, just go on our Facebook page and tell us what you're thankful for. Thanksgiving should be all year long. And today's the day that you kind of do everything all at once. Yeah. So throw it out there.
This has been a tough year for a lot of people.
It has.
A real tough year for a lot of people. A lot of people lost businesses and stuff. So, when I get in a funk and I fake it a lot. And I think some of y'all already know I'm a little on the emotional side, and I don't want to say depressed, but I can get in my own thoughts and get a little sad sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But the point is, sometimes you got to take a step back and just remember what it is that you do have, not what you don't have, if that makes sense. So just be grateful for the stuff that you do have, or the people that you have in your lives and stuff. So I don't know if that helps anybody, but that's how I get through. And then when I see that fat little baby walking around, it kind of makes my day. So find what makes you happy and get some of that in your system every day. So life is too short. And
maybe it's this. Maybe we make you happy.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And if that's the case,
we strive.
Then you're welcome. Enjoy it for what it is, and have a great weekend.
Yeah, life is short. Be thankful for what you have, and go floss yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. Go floss yourselves after this turkey.
Yes.
Take care, guys.
Oh, definitely after this turkey.
For real.
All right, episode 110, part 2 is in the the books there, and we'll see you next week.
You got it. Take care. Be good. Bye-bye.